So, the BookTube Science Fiction and Fantasy Awards. Let's talk about this for a minute. Okay, so the first thing you were supposed to do is something which I can't remember that I missed because I didn't realize that it was a thing until after the first round of videos went out. But the next ones were to post your reaction to the shortlist. So I did that, but now I'm just adding something additional. I read the list over. Most of it is young adult. I'm not super into young adult, but some of these books, but I do like middle grade, and there's a couple of those on there. So what I have done is I have prepared a BookTube Science Fiction and Fantasy Awards TBR, and I'm going to try to read all these books before this whole thing is over. I'm going to try. That's not a guarantee. And honestly, I probably won't get through them all, but I'm going to try. I'm not going to try to read the whole short list because no way, that's too much YA for me. But there are several that I do want to read. Oh, but before I get into that, Mom, that's for you. I'm wearing lipstick. My mom told me that I needed to wear lipstick in my videos, and you got to do what your mama tells you. So I'm wearing lipstick, even though I think I look like a corpse. So anyway, the first thing on that list is, now I have my books upside down. See there, I was completely disorganized. The first book on the short list that I want to read is Recursion by Blake Crouch. This is a book I was already planning on reading because I read Dark Matter, completely loved it, totally in love with it. I did do a review of that book. I can't talk today. A review of that book, which I will link the review. You can like do this little thing where you add the little dealie and you click it and it takes you to a video. I'll do that, whatever that's called. I can't remember. I'll add that to my Dark Matter video. Anyway, Recursion, Blake Crouch, cannot talk. Recursion, Blake Crouch. Totally gonna read this for sure soon. Okay. The next book on that list that I want to read is The 10,000 Doors of January, which I do not have, so I'll put the cover image here, but I am going to order that because I do want to read that book. That was one I was already kind of wanting to read, but I just hadn't gotten around to picking it up, or, I just thought I'll read it someday, but now I have a reason to read it. And then Tunnel of Bones by Victoria Schwab, which is actually the sequel to City of Ghosts. I have it, and I have Tunnel of Bones. I think this one is the UK edition, and this one is the American edition. I'm not really sure, but I wanted them to match, and I didn't like the US version of one of them, or some such thing. I don't know. I don't remember, but I have one American and one UK. So I'm gonna, in order to read Tunnel of Bones, I have to read City of Ghosts. So my plan is to read both of these before the time is out. We'll see if I can get all this done. Okay, then Dead Voices by Catherine Arden, which is the sequel to Small Spaces. So I have this, but I don't have Dead Voices. I'll put Dead Voices over here. So in order to, of course, read Dead Voices, I have to read Small Spaces. So I'll try to get both of those read also. The next one is The Test by Sylvain Nouvelle. If I'm pronouncing that correctly, who knows. I also do not yet have this book. I meant to get that off a Book Outlet, but I missed it, and then it was sold out. So I'm going to recheck Book Outlet, see if they have it. If they do, I'll get it there. If not, then I will just pick it up off of Amazon or wherever, and to read that one. And that one was one I'd already planned to read as well. Now, I do have some sort of runner-up possible reads, runner-up reads. One is To Be Taught If Fortunate by Becky Chambers. If I actually get through all the books I want to read, this is one of the books I may pick up. The next one is The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. I think that one's around 800 pages, so I probably wouldn't choose that one. I don't think I'd be able to get it done in time before the awards are over. But that is one that I am kind of halfway interested in reading and could possibly pick up if I actually got through my TBR. God of Jade and Shadow, or Gods of Jade and Shadow by Sylvia Marino Garcia. Or maybe it is God of Jade and Shadow. I'm not sure if I wrote that down wrong or not. And that's another one that I'm halfway interested in reading. So that is another possibility. And then A Memory Called Empire by Arcady Martin. I actually was seriously considering reading that, but I had not decided whether or not I wanted to read it. So again, another possibility. And of those, sort of runner-up reads, that one is actually the most likely for me to pick up. So yeah, anyways, that is all. That is my BookTube Science Fiction and Fantasy Awards TBR. We'll see if I get through that. I'll let you guys know.